I was, yeah.
So I was talking to you about the Dragon Brothers and brainwashing, correct?
Yes.
And about how newspapers educate the whole town. Would you please put that away so you can
Okay,
focus on
okay,
what I'm
let me see.
saying?
Hey, I win, look.
It doesn't matter if you win, son. This game is just teaching you to open your eyeballs so that every time you see Under Armour or every time you see a Coca-Cola sign, you'll be purchasing that stuff. They're brainwashing you. So,
How
Oud,
are we to brainwash?
remember the 123 Coca-Cola?
Yes.
That boy, teenager, that young man, he was in love with communism until
Yeah.
he got thrown in jail,
I hate communism.
right?
Uh-huh.
Because he was a communist and they said, "You are not, you are a spy." So he was brainwashed to love communism because he was born in a communist country. So he believes like the communists.
Communist country.
No, I was born in Honduras,
No, us.
and over there you have more freedoms than in the United States in some ways. If you want to drive a pickup truck, as long as you reach the pedals, you could drive it. I remember being driven around by a 14-year-old girl. I was 16.
You couldn't reach the pedals?
It was her car, not mine. You see? And I was in the back of the pickup thing because I was the extra. The other girl was inside. Yeah, two girls, maybe three in the front. And I was. So the point is, you have more freedoms in Honduras. If you want to drive a car, if you have a car, you drive a car. You know, there's no this license thing. So there are more rules in the United States that stop your freedom, but they're for good reason. Some of them, right?
Yep.
The next thing is communism, and wherever you're born, those are the ideas that you pick up. Like if you grow up in a place where they celebrate birthdays, then you think birthday celebrations are wonderful. If you grow up, what did Jack Fresco say about freedom?
I forgot who Jack Fresco was.
He's the guy that invented Cities of the Future on videos, right? Where nobody drives. We bring back the trolley because this way there are no car accidents. And if you must drive, we'll put something on the cars, like a magnet, so that they don't go beyond a certain speed. And these magnets, they repel each other. So you cannot get closer to another car than a certain distance. What does that mean?
So it's basically you are not controlling the car.
You could control as far as like you're in it. You
can't
turn it
move
on,
Like,
but it won't get closer to another car. It will stop you from getting too
but
close to another car.
that'll be bad because what if there's 2 lanes?
Mm-hmm.
Actually 4 lanes, and then you both are gonna turn right
Well,
in the lane. No, like
Mm-hmm.
2 lanes on the right side. You both
Mhm.
are turning right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if I try to turn right first before him, and then he starts to turn right, then I'll be pushed that way, and then the road coming this way will hit me. Well, it'll push me this way, and then I'll be right back where I am, and then the cars right here will push me back over there, and I'll be pushing around.
Well, did you see the Fast and the Furious
Yes.
6, 7, or something like that,
Yeah,
where
yeah.
something went wrong and the tires? They said they had to get cars with no computers so that they could control the car instead of because the bad guy, I think in the movie, what did he do?
What?
He stop doing that, son. He threw something to the cars that were following him, the good guy supposedly, and he got their cars to stop.
Oh, he threw like spikes.
It's like spikes, like a ninja, but not quite spikes. Magnetic things that control the computer and said you can't turn left now. Things like that. And I only saw a few seconds of the movie, but that, you understand?
Yes.
So these things already exist, but Jack Fresco, he invented the Venus Project.
The Venus Project. What's
Yes.
that about?
It's about using technology. Like, for instance, You want to be a roofer on a hot day, 100 degrees,
No.
and probably 150 up there?
No.
Neither do I. Not even for half an hour. So he said that robots could actually build the things, the houses, in a factory. They call them prefabricated houses, but a truck driver takes them to the place where the house is going to be assembled, and then the robots assemble the houses like Legos. You know how Legos, you put the
Yes.
one floor, then the other floor, then the other floor. You just connect the boxes, right?
Yes.
So that's
I still don't like the idea of robots having their own brain.
yeah. Well, they will become humans if they do that. All things are possible with God. I don't know if we were created in God's image. It might be possible for us to create a robot that thinks on its own. I don't know. So Jack Fresco invented all of these things. Were you at Ray's the day? No, the day that we saw the documentary about smoking
No.
and how, you know what women that were wanted to vote, what they were called?
What?
Suffragettes. Suffrage movement. The word I think comes from France, French, but they wanted to vote, and there was a parade, and so one person said, "I know how to make people want to buy cigarettes. We'll associate, let's say, the 4th of July with freedom, in that you have rights, and if you have rights, all we need is a symbol, like the Statue of Liberty, the American eagle, the bald eagle, right?
Yes.
And the symbol was going to be the cigarette. So they got women to dress up as women that wanted to vote, or maybe they did want to vote, and they said, the only reason you don't vote is because you don't have a cigarette. So they gave these women the cigarettes, or that women bought the cigarettes, and in a parade in front of everybody, where everybody, the whole world could see them, they were smoking. And then little girls, younger girls, they started seeing that women can also smoke. So now women smoke, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it's still in other countries like the Philippines, they say, no, a girl smokes cigarettes, she's not a good girl. I didn't know the difference between a girl that smoked the cigarettes until I kissed one. Never again. It's like kissing an ashtray. An old lady said, "Oh, how did it go with so and so?" And I said, "Oh, no, no, no. Everything was fine. I bought her flowers. We went for a walk, and then eventually she kissed me, or we kissed each other. And oh, no, 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 no. It was terrible." So, ignorance causes pain. Who said that? What is the cause of all suffering? Buddha was asked. And Buddha said,
Mm-hmm.
ignorance. So brainwashing is what I'm doing. I'm teaching you my philosophy, my way of thinking. The school system is teaching you their way of thinking. It's different than mine. And your peers, they have a different way of thinking. You've seen the result, right?
Mm-hmm.
Video games. Do I tell you to read books? No. Yes, I do. I read books with you. Because, did you see Marva Collins yesterday? She mentioned Socrates taught Plato, Plato taught Aristotle, Aristotle taught Alexander the Great, the conqueror of the whole world, but he only conquered the world that was known. He didn't know that China existed, I think.
He conquered the whole world.
Well, the world that they knew existed, they didn't
So
know
like
China.
America.
Yeah, the United States, they didn't know that it existed.
So only the ones that were like
The Americas,
on
they didn't
maps
know.
back
Yes,
then.
yes.
But if there was a whole army of him, that means he would conquer the whole world.
It could mean he could have conquered the whole world. I don't know what China would have done to him back then. There were just so many. And back then it was with swords. And so many. Now he was also a Greek. He was also the type of man from the 300 Spartans. Sparta, I think, was Greece. Athens,
I
Sparta.
thought Spartans were Roman.
No, but they fought the same, no? But they used to copy each other.
I'm always confused with Greeks and Romans.
I took an art class, and it said they just copied each other. But the Greeks, I think, were the first ones to have beautiful statues,
Oh.
and then the Romans did the same.
Do you believe City of Atlantis was real?
Sure, why not? Did you know about Pompeii? What happened in Pompeii?
Destroyed. Volcanoes.
Yes, you read that book.
Well, I didn't, but I've heard of it.
No, you read that book with me about the two time traveler kids that had a tree house, and as soon as they climbed
Oh,
in,
that one.
yeah,
The, Magic Tree House.
yeah. Mary Osborne, right?
Yeah, I don't read the series anymore.
All right, come on over here, man. Where you going? Come on, we haven't started the movie.
I'm
Max.
on my bed. Your bed slips.
Slips. I'll push it back, man. I'll nail it. Come on. What's going on? Get over here, Max.
I want to go to my bed.
All right, take your pillows so that I can take my pillows over there. God bless you and those that surround you. Be flexible.